CP, it doesn't matter if you're the Alpha, Kappa, whatever, sorority, fraternity, whatever we are, we have to be able to come together. It's that time now.
Yo, and why Ethiopia is simply because of that, because we have to remember the time where we were sovereign, and we still are sovereign. Now, Ethiopia, when we look at the word Ethiopia itself, it is a Greek word, but it simply means black, burnt face. There, I challenge anyone right now to go to the library, go to your internet, go to your professors, go to anyone with knowledge of earth history, world history, and you will see for yourself that Ethiopia consisted of the whole world. The Ethiopian nation was the whole world: America, Australia, India, Russia, Europe, Middle East, India, all these places. It was the whole world of black people. And at that time, before a European even thought about anything rising up to go outside to check on anything, the Ethiopian nation was all over the world. All history, all science, all math, all language, all art, culture, arithmetic, astrology, everything you can possibly think of came out of Ethiopia. And when we say Ethiopia, Ethiopia today now is just the rescinded territory of once a massive, massive empire of African black people. And as we begin to rescind, we first came out, and then as we begin to rescind, we started leaving black folk all over. You see, we were the first Europeans. We were the first Asians. We were the first Indians. We were the first people, and they were black people. And you can check this historically by looking at the Amharic language, looking at the Giz language, looking at the Tigray language, and you will see out of those languages came Arabic, came Chinese, came Swahili. I mean, all the languages came up out of this. You see, so when you say why Ethiopia, that's why. Our sovereignty, that is our sovereignty. And if we lose Ethiopia today, that is Ethiopia, what it is now, given everything, is the last symbol of African sovereignty. And now what is happening is that they're now changing it into a corporate kind of a world where it then shares its sovereignty, it shares its history, it shares its culture and everything to now follow those rules and governance of a corporate world, democracy. You know, we need to have all these political structures in place and put this party here, put that party here. When you had full sovereigns who then would anoint the regions, or you would have the Ras over the regions and different things of that nature.
I think you've answered the question for those that were wondering why Ethiopia. But I have another question that I have to ask the question. And it's just for the benefit of those who don't know. And it may sound like a strange question, but I'm going to ask the question. For the people, the black brothers and sisters who would like to be involved in the organization, involved in the federation, but are saying to themselves, I don't have locks. What do you say to those people? No, this is a serious question, even though it may sound strange. For someone who's on the outside of the organization, you have people who have assumptions.
All black people.
All black people.
You see, so now, is
the
having locks a requirement to being in the organization?
No.
All black people.
No, all black people.
This is an organization for all black people of the world. It says black people, we the black people of the world. Doesn't have say nothing about no locks in there. So it covers everybody, those with locks, you know, those who wear jerry curl, those who wear braids, those who don't have hair. It's all black people, you know. And as soon as we realize that we are all in the same boat together, we're going to either shape up, or sink out.
And that's real. And the Federation gives that protection for we the black peoples of the world, because no matter how you are, your religious thoughts, whatever the case may be, the Federation protects and guides you, and not only that, gives you a direct link back to creation. That was one thing that gave me so much zeal, is that when I found out what the Federation was, coming from a sovereign nation of African people, the first civilization on the planet, everything else was put to the side. I can care less as a member of what foods another member eats or things that divide us. We need to look at each other's strengths, look at each other's maturity, and then being able to to do the works of black people. And that's a serious matter.
Yes, we look forward to the revitalization of the Ethiopian Federation in this area, and not only in this area, maybe in other parts of the state. And we also look forward to a meeting or a big gathering where ones and ones can come together, perhaps at a venue that at a future date, and where they past members and potential members can come together, and we can have a forum, and we can be questioning, answering, and to organize the federation and get it going properly with the proper supervision in this area. We're looking forward for something like that.
Yes, please. Yes, please. And the organization is only as strong as its membership because we are the people.
Okay.
We are the members. It is us that's doing the works.
One more question. I know our time is short. We have maybe about 7, 8 minutes. What do you say to the people who say that the Federation is defunct and is no longer relevant? What do you say to those people?
Well, I would say that there's no way it could be considered defunct or irrelevant because we are in the situation that we are in. It says save ourselves from annihilation. At the rate that we're going and how we're losing our people from homosexuality to mental illness to drugs, these are all causes from this system that we've been under. So the Federation is very relevant to the times, very much alive, and very much necessary. And it needs the blood, which is the members. So the more members, the more locals we have, the more we begin to interact, trade, especially change our economics of being able to employ our people, make it relevant for the youth. Then we will begin to see a difference in the situation of our people. And as I said, the Federation is most relevant because at times, if you read the Constitution, every word applies to now and the situation that we're in, more so now than ever.
Yes, I.
Worldwide.
Yes, I. And I would definitely say for the members, please do not lose your faith of your own nation. It's not just this is an organization. It's not just I'm just doing this. You are in the nation of black people, African people, your government. You know these systems don't work. You know the education system don't work, health system don't work. You know those things. So now just take what's best to build our nation and we implement those things for our interests, our people, for our common goal. If you're a teacher, come and teach in our system. Give herbs and aid and assistance to people in our nation, black people, our nation. We forgot that. That's it. We just forgot it. But other people around the world, they didn't forget it, but we forgot it. And they want to close our minds to say we're American, or we need to have this 9 to job, or we need to have some kind of ideology that is false. They know it, but we don't know it. Just rise up and wake up and don't lose the faith. Don't you lose the faith. This is your nation, your nation.
Well, the 5 minutes that we have left, really 3 minutes, what is the organization or the Federation's position on reparations and repatriation? Is there a position on reparations and repatriation, or is there a stance on that issue? Within the 3 minutes or less than 3 minutes?
Well, with